Hey guys, check it out. Looks all cinematic when I just slide my camera across the table like this. I need one of those fancy slides that just does it for you. But that's what I was just playing with for the last minute. Anyways, ramble time. I had a bunch of homework pile up on me this past week. It's the first week of the summer semester, and I got around to doing it, and I was like, oh, holy shit, I got behind, like, from the get-go. So, I've been reading the textbooks, and, this is a very condensed summer semester. You know, what usually happens in 16 weeks happens in 8. And I got 3 different classes to pass. And, they're grad school level. And I was like, wow, we're really in it. So my actual summer break won't happen until mid-July. But yeah, I got behind on making YouTube videos now because I plan on making at least as many videos as there are days in the month. Now, it might not work out to a video every day, but, if I miss a couple, I'll just make it up, I'll make 2 videos in a day, and then right now I think I'm like 3 videos behind in that, so yeah, I'm just behind all around. Anyways, today, for no good reason, I pissed off the Phantom Lion on Marco Polo, interrupted his Hulu watching of what I suppose was probably either Friendship is Magic or Powerpuff Girls. Not sure which. But it's probably a marathon he was in the middle of, and just let him know that, some people think that his voice is very punchable. And wow, he went off. And it was a little echo of how I've been kind of trollish to some of my friends, and sometimes treated them in the way that I would still want to be treated, but a little bit harsh for their tastes, There is this thing about friendship where people assume that you're not going to hold them to the same standards as you hold the rest of the world to, if they are a friend with you. And so, the most recent example of this in my life, I feel it was Robert Wallace. And he's not answering me on social media anymore. If I leave a comment, it goes unreplied to. And he's said in his videos that no one deserves a reply. Right? Well, that didn't used to be the relationship that I had with him. If I were to look at my Marco Polo, the very last thing that I could tell that he saw was me saying reply posted, and then see that little icon right there? That means he saw that. Just like in all sorts of other instant messaging, social media, where you send a message and then when you see their icon drop down, you can tell that they saw it, right? That's the last one he saw, though, because I've sent a couple other messages and they've gone with no reply. Now, this is just one-on-one communication, but prior to that, there was a bunch of back and forth between us, where we were saying things back and forth, and everything got a reply. But now, since I made a video replying to a video that he made about me, but in it I dared to do a little bit of research, and I remembered some things to research because I actually paid attention while watching his channel over the last 5 years, and I said, hey, look, here's a pattern, and here's this gift I'm giving to you of showing you this pattern. And because we're YouTubers, we make these videos with audiences, and I'm sure that it was kind of embarrassing that I showed the pattern for what it was. But since that point in our relationship, I'm no longer worthy of response. I used to be. But because, like a rattlesnake, I saw an opportunity to pop up and bite him, and I did. Yeah, that's another friendship burned. And this is something that I know about myself. Like, this is nothing new in my life. This is a pattern I already have seen, that I have not protected my own friendships from those rare moments where you can get some really good ponage in, some really good zinger. So, show someone how they are wrong, and this is why. And sometimes those moments are embarrassing to the point where you just want to throw your hands up in the air and go, I'm not friends with that person anymore. So, yeah. There's that. But really right now I think that my eyes are turning into squares, because at the same time, I do telehealth work on Zoom where I see a whole bunch of squares. I read ebooks on screens that are squares, and your eyes are round, but the optimal shape for your eyes to be, if you're going to take in all of this life on the internet, they should be squares. And they just, one day we're going to have babies that just have square eyes. That's how we're going to have to evolve. Yeah. I hope you guys don't need, a bunch of links for all those videos back and forth between Robert Wallace and I. They're there. And he's not the only person that I've done this to recently. Some people that I know in my professional life, from them being my coworkers before on social media, I've been particularly vicious about this whole coronavirus thing. Because people are dying, And the last argument I had was about Waterworld, And I can tell, when people kind of just drop off on the conversation after you've made a really good point, that they don't care that you've made a good point. They just, they want out of the conversation. So, we're all under a lot of pressure. And I don't know when it's going to let up. The world got turned upside down the last couple of months, and there's a lot of people not taking too well to it. But sometimes you get those nice little moments where you find something awesome, where you can do like a cinematic little trick. Wow, I could get dizzy doing that. Just find little moments to meditate. Calm the fuck down. Shout out to Huck, Sugarland Wren. He made a video about, maybe religion's got the whole holy day set aside for rest thing right. Because the way that our rat race has swallowed up our free time with even more rat race, and people aren't taking time to just reflect on life. That's definitely fuel for the mindset that some people have during this pandemic. They cannot stand not working. They cannot stand not doing something. They cannot be alone with their own thoughts. Heaven forbid someone actually pick up a book, and read it for a couple days. Get a good thick one. Yeah. Maybe in my next ramble I'll tell you all about how it feels to have everyone's feelings about the pandemic thrust upon you as a counselor. But that's a story for another day.